Hi everybody, welcome to TDOC Talks. My name is Ed Welch, I'm the Assistant Commissioner for Rehabilitative Services, and I'm here today with my colleagues Vicki Freeman and Charlene Leibold, and we're going to talk about crisis intervention training, which is going on behind us in the classroom at the Tennessee Correctional Academy. So CIT, Crisis Intervention Training, supports TDOC's mission to create safe and secure prisons and provide effective community supervision by providing our staff, our correctional staff, our sworn staff, as well as our civilian staff with the skills that they need to interact more effectively with people in crisis, particularly people who have behavioral health issues, or perhaps they're going through intermittent crisis situations. So Vicki, could you explain more about the program for us?
I can. So we combine lectures, role-playing scenarios, de-escalation techniques, and visits to residential behavioral health centers to implement the program. Each is an important component, and behind us we have students from DeBary Special Needs, Riverbend, Bledsoe County, Northwest, West Tennessee State Penitentiary, and Tennessee Prison for Women. We also partner with Davidson County Sheriff's Department. Outside CIT is important as inside CIT. And we use all of that to help the officers gain the necessary skills to both recognize behavioral health crisis and to learn to de-escalate those situations and get appropriate intervention as necessary.
So earlier this week I was talking to the wardens about de-escalation techniques, about use of force, and how CIT and cognitive behavioral health training contributes to our mission of safe prisons, because the less you have to go hands-on with somebody, the safer the prison is, the safer we are in communities. And Charlene, could you share a little bit with us about what you, as a behavioral health specialist, provide for our CIT training?
Well, I wanted to start with a little bit of background. First of all, when we first started the Crisis Intervention Team training, because CIT stands for Crisis Intervention Team, we partnered with NIC, the National Institute of Corrections, to develop a CIT program in the Department of Correction. And at the same time, we partnered with the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department and Davidson County Sheriff's Department, and brought together 30 different officers for our inaugural training, which was at the Tennessee Prison for Women in August of 2017. Since then, we've trained over 200 officers, and currently we're just partnering with the Davidson County Sheriff's Department because Rutherford County hasn't been able to provide any officers for us. We found it to be highly effective for officers in de-escalating inmates who are in crisis, or just inmates who are having any kind of emotional problems or anger issues. We've had some great feedback. We're not really noticing yet how much it's changed or decreased use of force, but we do know that it's definitely had an impact on how they interact with inmates and their understanding of mental illness in our population.
I think whenever an officer has the confidence of knowledge, experience, that allows them to be more confident
yes,
in their interactions with people in crisis.
Right. And one other thing I wanted to say is Crisis Intervention Team is also more than training. We also have a relationship with NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, as well as with local community mental health organizations, to try to make sure that individuals with mental illness get diverted into appropriate treatment rather than jails. And so ultimately that should help decrease the number of mentally ill individuals who end up in prison. And we had the honor earlier this year.
I was going to ask you about
that. Of being named the Tennessee Model Project Award by NAMI at their annual convention. So we're really proud of that. We all the instructors attended and received an award
And that was here in Tullahoma?
No, it was in Nashville.
Nashville.
Yeah, we received an award, and so that was.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That was really exciting.
Great. So, Vicki, anything else you'd like to add about CIT?
Just that we're excited to bring CIT to Tennessee Department of Correction. We know it makes an impact on the daily lives of both the offenders and the officers. And these aren't skills you can just use inside the prison. You can use them in your daily life activities.
So, crisis intervention training and cognitive behavioral health training are two of the specialized training programs that we have for officers assigned to our specialized housing units, whether it be restricted housing or security management units. So we want to get as many officers as we trained in these special skills as we can to work in these specific units. In fact, with Vicki's help, we've been working on developing a correctional treatment officer
Designation.
differential, so that officers who work in these units and have the specialized training and use the specialized skills in these units to create safer prisons. How do you get into these? How can somebody sign up for these?
Well, first of all, you need to let your warden or your associate warden of security know that you're interested. They'll provide you with an application you can fill out and then get that to Vicki Freeman or myself, and we'll be happy to sign you up.
Great. So Vicki and Charlene are the lead instructors for our crisis intervention training, but I like to come to the opening day and the graduation day, because opening day I say, what are you doing here? And by and large I get, well, I was voluntold to be here. So, and I ask them what they think they're going to get out of it, and they're a little bit vague. But on the last day I ask them, okay, what did you get out of this? And we're always shocked at the relevance that this training has in their day-to-day life and their professional life. So it's really exciting day for us at TDOC, and we hope if you're an officer or a staff, you'll volunteer to come and take this training. It's only 40 hours, but you'll learn lifelong skills. So thank you very much for joining me here today, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of TDOC Talks. Thank you very much.